Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to say a big thank you to you for helping me reach 2,000 subs again. Unusual video today. It's just kind of like a channel update. So let's jump into it. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for helping me reach 2,000 subs again. You're like, that's kind of weird, Scott. Yes, it is weird. So let's talk about the path to get there. So I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been talking about Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for 8 years. And it's one of the most robust things I've ever done in my life, and I'm the most proud of. It's definitely the thing that I've done with my life that has had the farthest reach, right? And it's interesting. Yeah. And I would, yeah, it's very interesting. And I think it may be one of the things that has the broadest impact, right? I'm really proud of it. I really love it, and I just really want to thank every single one of you for. I am shocked. Like, I have this like, first of all, D&D is a niche topic, right? Like 10 million people in the world are actively playing it, maybe 15, right? That's not even 10% of America, right? So D&D is niche, and then although it does poke into the mainstream every now and then, we are looking at a multi-billion-dollar franchise about to emerge with Dungeons and Dragons House of the Dragon, Honor Among Thieves, excuse me. But it's niche, and then my view of Dungeons and Dragons is so incredibly niche that it amazes me that people come and interact with my channel and watch, and it amazes me that I have people who watch every video and comment on virtually every video. It's astounding, right? Long form, I would say. Yeah, so it's truly incredible. So let me explain the path to thanking you for 2,000 views again, 2,000 subscribers again. And first of all, it's real. Pixar didn't happen, right? That's why I used the thumbnail above, right? The thumbnail to just show it happened, right? Like, so basically, so I jumped in and I probably did 2 or 3 years of commentary, and I floated around 300 subs for a long time. It was very difficult and by the way, it is hard to get subs on YouTube. You don't think it is? Give it a shot. Like it's a little harder than you think, right? It takes persistence and it takes time, right? And so basically, I floated around 300 for like I at about 2 or 3 years in. I think I had 300 subs, and I thought I would stay there, right? Then I think around 4 or 5 years, I bounced up to about 700. Now here's what happened. I think I was at 700 for years, maybe 5 or 6 years, right? And I was very happy with that. I'm like, I understand this is a niche. This is a niche activity. Dungeons and Dragons is a niche activity, right? So what changed? Well, in the 2020 election, Andrew Yang ran to be president and to defeat Biden and Trump to be president, and I got extremely excited about that. And I'm convinced that our world would be near perfect if Andrew Yang had become president. But we live in a hexscape because we chose President Biden, and he's turned out to be terrible. Is anybody even arguing? I think most Democrats are like, yeah, this sucks. So it just turned out terrible, right? But I started discussing for an entire year Andrew Yang, and I discussed him from the moment I discovered him all the way up till he quit on Super Tuesday, right? And then I switched back to D&D. But during that period, I had some incredible accomplishments on the channel. One, I had one video that was almost 20,000 views. It's the most views I've ever had on any video. In addition, I went from 700 subs to 2,200 subs, right? Which was like, what? Like, it shocked me, right? Well, and come on, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out why, right? Or it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why. There's just a lot of people interested in American politics. You know who's interested in American politics? Every single American, and actually not every single, a lot of Americans, and every other single person in the world that cares about politics at all. One of the things I realized when I covered Andrew Yang that in depth is American politics are world politics, right? Like, if you live anywhere else in the world, you almost certainly care more about American politics than you do about your own politics. And the reason why is pretty much everybody in the world's politics is simply sloppy seconds of America, right? Like, the rest of the world just copies what we do. Like, we put Trump in, and UK was like, oh, Boris Johnson, we'll do that too. But like, it's a thing, man. Like, We put in a strong leader, who was kind of very autocratic. Another country was like, hey, why don't we do a strong leader who's like super autocratic? Like a whole bunch of countries did it, right? Like, yeah, our politics are the world's politics. It's something I learned, right? So I went up to 2,200. Now, what happened was, Andrew Yang dropped out, right? And he was like, hey, I'm out before Super Tuesday. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to complain about Biden for the next 4 years? No, well, that don't help me, and that don't help you, right? So I went right back to Dungeons & Dragons. When I went back to Dungeons & Dragons, I was ready to drop my subs back to 300. I was ready, right? Because I was like, hey, I abandoned Dungeons & Dragons for an entire year. All these viewers are going to leave. That did not happen. I dropped back to 1,800, right? I lost 400 viewers, subscribers, which shocked me, right? I was ready to go back all the way to 300, right? And I have to build my way back up to 700, right? That did not happen. I was incredibly shocked at what really happened, right? So I went to 2,200 subscribers under Andrew Yang, and then I dropped to 1,800 subscribers, and then I floated for a long time, and it was ticking down slowly, and I was like, oh, soon I'll be at 17, soon I'll be at 16, and then something happened. This year has been a gangbuster year for my channel. I've had more views than ever before. I've had more views in 2022 than in like the last 3 years combined, right? And I couldn't believe it. A switch turned, and the subscriber count started going positive. And as you can see, Pixar didn't happen on the internet, baby. 2002 subscribers, and I want to say thank you. I gained 200 more subscribers, and in a year I only expected to go down in subscribers, right? And so I am so thankful to each and every one of you who watch my videos, comment on my videos, like my videos, share my videos, take my videos and play them on your own channels, word for word, and then comment on each and every line that I say. And I just really appreciate all of the engagement. I do not take a single bit of it for granted. I am humbled by your engagement with this channel, because I know I'm discussing a niche topic, and I'm making it far more niche by saying, no, Dungeons & Dragons ain't a game. I'm the only person on the planet saying that on the internet, right? And the fact that 2,000 people want to hear that every day is stunningly incredible to me, and I could not be more thankful to you. Thank you for every bit of engagement you've ever done on this channel. And engagement is watching, engagement is commenting, engagement is taking my content and making a video and responding to every word I say, and it's liking and it's sharing, and I am so thankful. Thank you. And thank you for letting me share this, this journey, right? And also thank you for allowing me to talk about Dungeons & Dragons and then jump out and talk about Andrew Yang for a year, or jump out and talk about the war in Europe, in March of 2022 for 1 month, and not abandoning the channel. It is stunning, and I am stunned by the world's kindness to me through this channel every single day. Many thanks. Thank you to each and every one of you. I could not be more thankful. Thank you. Please consider liking and subscribing. And have a wonderful millennium.